has been so overwhelming lately.
I'm gonna let the sun shine in today.
Just bear with me on the lighting in here.
Trying to make this darkness go away.
I've noticed this strange thing with my lighting.
I'll paint with colors and I'll sing until my lungs give out.
Like champagne without the bubbles, made it all the way from Stockholm. Wish I could go back and hold the porcelain. All of us around one table, games that no
Just
one
bear with me
knew the
on the
name
lighting in
of.
here
Hurts me so.
as the camera adjusts
It's
and
in the
whatnot.
past already, and I'm not unhappy, but I don't feel.
Hi guys, welcome back, and if you're new here, my name is Peyton and I'm an aspiring author. Okay, we're at the point in the day where the messy bun is just horrendously messy, like it's not even passably messy. I'm heading into the second draft of my novel project I've been referring to as Project Old Lovers. I did reveal the title the other day on Instagram. Hold on, let me go get the book. I'll be right back. You, Me, and the Universe is the working title for this book, almost like a test title. I revealed this for the first time on my Instagram stories. Go follow me if you'd like to be there when I make those random announcements. I feel like I just share things more or first on my Instagram stories. But yeah, like I said, this is more of a working title. I'm not in love with this title. I feel like I haven't developed the themes yet, or I haven't honed in on them enough yet to pluck out the things that are going to be really like stunning to readers, like those lines that you're going to read and it's going to hit you and be like, oh, that's why it's the title. Like I want it to have more of an effect, and this just doesn't hit it yet. But it's not terrible. So like I said, this is the second draft. I do want to give you guys a walkthrough of everything I'm going to do for revision in this video. But I've also noticed like this theme of chaos, like it feels like chaos, subtle chaos. I don't know. It's felt hard to vlog because a little while back I decided, oh, when I vlog, I really just want to make only coffee shop vlogs or only writing vlogs. And while that worked for a little bit, I think I'm still going to do these hybrid ones where I show you guys just like the day-to-day of my life and the things that I do, just so you guys can kind of see how I manage to still get writing done. I wouldn't say balance. I would not say that there is a balance in my life of all the different projects and work that I do. I do want to show you guys like the reality and how I'm trying to just stick with those goals and those projects even when it feels messy, and kind of just prove to you that you can do those things. But I think we're finally getting to a point in the day where I can focus on, oh shoot, I just remembered like 2 things I was supposed to go do at the coffee shop. So okay, I'm gonna go do those things. I'm gonna finish filling you guys in, and then I'm gonna go do those things, and then we're gonna switch back into this reading writing mode. But I do want to fill you guys in on everything I'm doing for revision. So first off, I'm doing a read through, and I'm on my first read through right now. This is as far as I've gotten. It felt like a lot because I did that in one sitting and I had lots of notes, but we still have quite a ways to go. And I think I'm struggling right now because I'm bouncing between a lot of books. I'm bouncing between like research books for this project, and then I'm switching between like personal fun books as well. Hey. So I just got my copy of Onyx Storm. They kept selling out and I'm super excited to read that. But I'm also listening to The Secret Life of Addie LaRue on audiobook. I started reading Crescent City and was having a hard time, but like I still consider that like an open on the shelf book that I'm currently reading, so it stresses me out after a while. But I'm gonna have to like shift some things around, reprioritize. The audiobook is easy because I just do that when I'm doing the dishes, when I'm walking the dog, when I'm doing all the errands. Might as well make use of that time. But yes, we're on that first read through and I am just taking notes in the book, and I am trying to follow my key that I made for myself in a different vlog where I have plot, character arcs, setting, world building, and pacing. I'm trying to mark those things as I go for this first read through. And then I would like to do a second read through. And in that second read through, I will of course do another pass of those same things, but I also really want to focus on dividing up my scenes. I have this really cool template that I found by Lauren Kay, I believe. She has a lot of great educational resources on her Instagram and her website for aspiring authors. And one of those things that you can grab in like an email sign up is her revision template. Nah. So what I need to do, excuse me. So what I need to do is break down all those scenes into that document, maybe mark them in here physically as well. And then I will write in what I need to add or change, or maybe even like rewrite and restructure in that document. And it has like a full automated setup so that when you are on that one tab and you're entering those scenes and those chapters, in another tab it has a tracker for you to show you like how many words you've done so far, how many words you have to go, how many words you've added, how many scenes you have left. And it has a nice little pie chart that kind of like marks all that up for you, which is awesome. So that's one of the tools I'll be using to help me. The other thing that I'm noticing about my scenes is that because I just totally planted them, they're not always the most productive. And because I'm an underwriter, I feel like I am missing some scenes as well. There are also some unresolved subplots and some other plot hole questions that I think re-outlining or actually outlining some of these scenes will help me with. And I have a template for that I found. So those are two tools that I have went and found and will be using to help me, that'll help me like restructure during that developmental edit, because that's definitely what's about to happen. Lots of developmental work. Additionally, I will be using a physical notebook to write notes, and I will be compiling all of my notes that I have so far. Like, I have notes in my phone from before I even started reading my draft, and I now have a bunch of notes in my draft. I have notes still in my document from when I was writing the first draft. I'm gonna have to compile all those notes, and then I'm gonna have to go through and identify all the problems. So using this system, I'm going to break down all the problems that I find and prioritize them from like the biggest like plot hole things to minor. That's also where that scene tracker is going to come in. Once I fill out that notebook, once I compile all my notes, I'm gonna have to do some kind of like sticky note or note card filling out like some really crazy process with that so that I can like move them around. I might go to some digital option like Miro or even Figma, because I know myself and from past experiences, with lots of sticky notes. It's just so easy to lose them, and I don't have anywhere that I can just leave them up all the time. My dog also loves to eat paper, so I might be utilizing Miro or Figma. So once we're at that point, that's where we're gonna categorize all those notes that I've taken and compiled. Of course, I'll have like tried to do that on this read through, but I have all these additional ones, and they're just gonna need to be categorized and then prioritized from like biggest problems to smallest problems. So then once I have all those categorized, then I need to actually brainstorm issues. And I feel like this is gonna be one of the harder things. I feel like this is where lots of rewriting happens, further drafting of maps, further drafting of like backstory timelines, and then just writing scenes from different angles and seeing what works. I already feel like I need to have a different first chapter, but I think that's pretty normal. So I feel like that'll be a time to start trying out different first chapters. Maybe a better use of the physical notebook would be brainstorming and writing some of those things by hand. And then this is kind of messy. So yeah, scratch that on using the physical notebook to compile all my notes. I will be compiling all those in either Miro or Figma, and then we'll go into a brainstorming. That feels like a better place to hold in the physical notebook, you know, because sometimes ideas are different when you're writing them by hand. So I think that's going to be more of an idea notebook. I feel like I need to go back to my story beats, revisit Save the Cat, and see how things are lining up with that. And then I would like to write a blurb at some point, maybe soon. I feel like I want to do a full vlog on us writing a blurb, even if it's like me writing a trash blurb and then editing it so it's better, just because I feel like that's a good time to write a blurb, to like really ground yourself in that very compact description of your story, so that way you can like revisit your blurb as you are revising and making all these changes to make sure that your story still aligns with that original vision. To recap, we will be doing 2 read-throughs, a revision tracker, re-outlining scenes with a scene template. We will be compiling notes, categorizing and prioritizing the problems with our story. Then we'll be brainstorming. At some point in there, write a blurb. And then we will start actually writing the second draft. So that feels like so much work that happens before I actually start writing, but knowing myself, I feel like I might just start writing test chapters here and there. Like I'm gonna have to find like a separate document or something to write and label these test chapters as I'm coming up with those ideas, because sometimes I feel like I'm gonna have an idea for a plot problem or a plot hole or something, and I won't know if it actually works until I like test write that. So that notebook for those test scenes and those ideas I think is a great place to have it. I'll just have to make sure I'm like marking those, flagging those. So that's my plan for revision. I hope you guys are ready for a lot of revision vlogging, and I feel more ready now to share details about my story, because after reading some of this draft, I see how much is gonna change, and how sharing some of those details with you, it's not gonna matter. I've been so paranoid, honestly, about like AI scraping YouTube videos and like stealing some of my ideas, but the ideas are like half-baked. So if an AI is gonna steal a half-baked idea, it's gonna like regurgitate something half-baked, I think. I don't know. I just need to worry less because there's so much that's gonna change. So I think for the rest of the evening, I need to go back down to the coffee shop really quick, but I just have to cook dinner. But other than that, like my evening is kind of free to work on work that I want to work on. We have a grab and go now. So we have glass bottle Coke, we have Topo Chico, and like the best apple juice in the world. And I'm excited to do a lot more than just bottled drinks with this grab and go fridge, but exciting.
Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way.
Right now, so far in revision, there's a lot of cringe. There's a lot of like crap. Like I thought I was this writing god. I was having so much fun, and now that I'm reading it back, I'm just like, it's really choppy. It doesn't make sense all the time, or I've written reactions for characters that don't feel like them, and maybe I just didn't know that character very well at the time. But I'm finding for Eloise especially, there are reactions I've given her that are more her brother Hollis than her own. So there's a lot of work to be done, a lot of character stuff, a lot of voice stuff. I definitely did not have unique voices crafted for these characters in the first draft, so the two POVs feel very similar. When I do that character work, that'll be a good time to do like a meet the characters video. Let's see, we're on page 31 of 186 pages, so we got quite a bit to go for this first read through. So that's just kind of what I'm gonna like work on until it's time to make dinner, I think. Yeah, so maybe I'm overreacting at the moment because I'm in the midst of reading what feels like flaming garbage. So I feel like I should pick out the good that's happening in the first draft, in these scenes, in these chapters, and then re-outline them and just rewrite them. I don't know, has anyone been there? Has anyone had the thought? Has anyone actually done that? Or is that your like process for the second draft? Let me know. So today is Super Bowl Sunday and we have a party to go to, but before that, we're gonna go work on a house that we are flipping. So yes, we work every single day of the week, and there is sacrifice that comes with that. We're debating whether or not to start a channel for this type of work that we do, but I want to share this with you guys because it's the reality of the work that I'm trying to balance while doing YouTube and writing a book. Why are we doing this? Because nothing is guaranteed when you're employed by someone else. Running a small business in a small town, not easy. And nothing is guaranteed, even if you do manage to traditionally publish a book. Unfortunately, that's the world we live in. While I am chasing these wild dreams, we are finding realistic ways to support ourselves. But again, it comes with sacrifice. Hi, it has been quite a few days since I've actually updated, but I've noticed this weird thing with my writing where like, at least in my first drafts, I will latch on to one word and just keep using it in that scene over and over again. Like I'm finding myself like underlining, circling the repetitive use of that word as I read because it's just so annoying. It's driving me crazy. So I think future drafts, I'm just gonna have to learn how to slow down a little bit and choose my words more wisely, more concisely. But I think this just is one of those things that you learn over time as you write. Like now I can see myself for a future project, first draft, maybe doing a zero outline or at least planning a scene a little better before I write it than I have in this first draft, so that we don't have this as clunky repetitive word usage problem, because I don't want future me to go through this again when reading a first draft. Happy Valentine's Day from the coffee shop. I am in audit spreadsheet land right now and have been for a while now. what I've been doing is I've been auditing our inventory and like menu costing pricing, especially with like inflation and all the changes in our economy. I was like, okay, this really needs to happen. I think that's kind of why I haven't been as present on YouTube lately, but I am so drained by this tedious spreadsheet work. It's just like yeah, I don't know, complicated, boring business ownership stuff. This is definitely the not fun, behind the scenes, super draining, stress inducing part, but we're getting there. There's always room for improvement. It is Saturday. I just got home from the coffee shop a little bit ago, had my first meal of the day because that's just kind of how it goes. I'm about to go work out at the gym, and then this afternoon I'm just gonna keep reading through my book and editing a vlog. So I'm gonna call this video here. This is the beginning of the revision vlogs, so that's exciting. Draft 2 for the rest of however long it takes. I haven't really set a deadline yet. So until next time, when we continue the revising Draft 2 saga vlogs, cheers!
I'm gonna let the sun shine in today.